Hello, fellow mystics. This reading finds the empath who is beginning to lose faith in spirit, the empath who feels like the universe has gone quiet on them because lately things have been getting harder rather than easier. So this soul transmission will find you, the empath, right at the edge, either when you are on the verge of giving up on something deeply important to your life, or perhaps when you have already let it go. It will find you in those frustrating moments when your desires, whether spiritual, financial, emotional, or physical, feel like they're drifting further away from you, no matter how much conscious effort and positive energy you pour into them. And while we always have free will to choose the path our soul walks in this lifetime, your spirit team is coming through, is stepping forward today, right now, because they want to reveal a crucial piece of information, sort of like a hidden variable you may have overlooked when you made the decision to step back or let go of that deeply important thing in your life path. This missing piece is exactly what is needed to ensure your next choice, your next decision, your next action step aligns with your highest truth. So if what I've said here speaks to your current energy, know that your soul actively manifested this reading. It is no coincidence that this soul transmission vibrated into your auric field right now, today. So trust your intuition. If you are guided to this space, there is a sacred key here waiting for you, even if it's just for 1 minute, that will raise your frequency and unlock a higher level of consciousness, as well as illuminate the exact answers and solutions you've been seeking. But remember, I am not here to tell you what to do or dictate your path. My role is simply to illuminate the bridge to your deepest desires. My sessions are soul activations designed to awaken the best version of yourself. So in partnership with your higher self and your spirit team, I help you harmonize with the light frequencies that lead to your most radiant expression. So I want you to only keep the information that vibrates with your truth and release what does not resonate. After all, this is a collective reading. So what I want you to do right now is take a deep breath in, inhale through your nose, and now exhale through your mouth. And I'm going to channel a short light language activation to put you into the energy space of heightening your intuition so that you may understand the messages coming through. Ia lalia na sarene katua sane terena aquara shiana terena aswa sia sha sa okorena tiena asararena tekarene terena atorana akiarana asatentiera esheliana shwa sene kerene tiata ashwa la laliana karenete. Take another deep breath in, inhale, and now exhale. Okay, let's begin this session. So we're going to start the reading with asking who your spirit guide is, right? Because I was drawn to channel a light language activation, so I'm suspecting the extraterrestrial light beings want to come through to be the spirit team for you in this session. But let's just see which spirit guide wants to come through in your session. Okay, okay, 3, no, let's pick 1. Okay, so which spirit guides are coming through? Oh, color therapy, interesting. Whichever spirit guide is coming through, these are spirit guides who are working on your auric field, the aura, the etheric body. We have 7 subtle bodies: the physical body, the etheric body, mental, emotional, causal, spiritual, and divine. So I feel like whichever spirit guide is coming through for you guys today is one that allows you to, not allows you, helps you protect your aura. And I feel like whatever messages are going to come through here are regarding you needing to protect your aura. Color therapy. Okay, so we're working with your etheric body in this session, the second subtle body. And the etheric body is very much connected to the fourth dimension. Okay, so whichever spirit guide wants to walk through in this session, I feel like is a shaman who works at the etheric level, the etheric subtle body, the fourth dimension. Okay, what else? A shaman. Okay, then yeah, see, I told you the physical body, right? So we're working at the physical and the etheric body. So whichever spirit guide wants to come through here, guys, I strongly feel are your ancestral spirit guides. Okay, that's why I felt drawn to say the shamans. These are ancestral spirit guides who mainly operate between the fourth dimension and the third dimension. Okay, so yeah, now let's channel the messages. Let's see where can we put this. Actually, we can return them. We already know it's it's your ancestral spirit guides who want to come through, and particularly what they want to do is they want to help you protect your aura, because I feel like whatever frustrations you're going through right now have to do with you being psychically attacked by fourth dimensional low entities. The fourth dimension holds the psychic parasites that you hear about, who we call energetic vampires. The fourth dimension does not generate light for us, it is in the fifth dimension. So any souls stuck in the fourth dimension become energetic parasites who siphon energies from our 3D physical bodies, and that is why you saw the physical body also came through. So the spirit guide working with you is an ancestral spirit guide who is a shaman, and their role is to help you protect your energy from low vibration entities who are residing in the fourth dimension, who are currently siphoning your light. And that is why you're feeling a little bit like hopeless and like you're losing faith on your trust in the universe. You're losing faith that the universe has got your back when it comes to accomplishing your goals. Okay, so that's the first message coming through in this reading. You need to protect your aura. There are energetic parasites. I feel like the archons are actually siphoning your energy, and the message coming through is they're actually siphoning your energy because your light is shining so brightly. There's a saying, be careful how you shine your light, because it might attract parasites or bugs that bite. And I feel like that's what's happening to you right now. Contrary to what you're thinking, that you're feeling depressed and you're in darkness, what is actually happening is your light is shining so brightly. All the spiritual healing work you've been doing on yourself, mental, emotional, physical, energetic, have been working so well that now your inherent light, your soul's vibrant frequency is vibrating so brightly that now you're attracting energetic vampires who want a taste of this light. They want a taste of this energy because they cannot vibrate their own energy. And these archons are right now creating a veil of illusion around you to make you feel like you are failing in life. But really the reality is, whatever's going on in your life right now, you are on the right path. I feel like that is the message coming through. And this shaman who's working with you at the etheric level, working on your subtle body, the second subtle body, the etheric body, is working to clear any energetic vampires that have attached themselves to your physical body, so that you can begin seeing the light again. Okay, so that you can come out of the darkness, this sadness, this frustrating feeling you're feeling right now, so that you can finally see that you are exactly where you need to be. The universe has got your back. You have not lost your way. You are on the right path. Okay, so after this session, work with shamanic energies, because that shaman is an ancestor, a very powerful ancestor who is capable of roaming in the fourth dimension. Not all light workers can work at the fourth dimensional level, because the fourth dimension has a lot of darkness in it. If you're not ready to alchemize this darkness into light, you're going to be drawn into that dark. Okay, so I feel like whichever shaman is stepping through for you guys is a dark angel. This is someone who's mastered how to alchemize darkness into light, and that is why they can walk freely in the underworld, because they're not afraid of the dark. They can shine in the dark like the moon, and they're here to help you remember that you too are an alchemist. you too are a dark angel. You're a dark empath, meaning your purpose in this lifetime is to alchemize darkness in people into a light attribute, okay? And you can do it. And I feel like whatever's happening in your life right now is sort of like a training ground, preparing you to be that alchemist for other people. You're first learning how to convert your own dark energy into light, so that when you step out into the 3D world as a clear empath, you're able to help other people learn how to alchemize the darkness within them that pulls them into sadness and depression, into a light attribute that can show them that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You are the person who's meant to teach people that staying positive does not mean that everything around you will be okay, but rather it means you are going to be okay no matter what. Right now, you're going through a training period. You're learning how to alchemize darkness into light. So whatever's happening to you right now, it is not the universe forsaking you. You are not being punished. Your goals have not manifested, not because you are doing something wrong or you are on the wrong path. You are exactly where you need to be. You're just undergoing an intense initiation period for you to become the alchemist, the dark angel. And this shaman who's vibrating at the etheric level of your subtle bodies is ready to help you out, and they're the ones who are going to bring in the information that you need to hear today to determine whether you should continue on this path or you should change tracks. Should you give up and focus on something else, or should you continue on this path you're on right now? Okay guys, wow. So in and of itself, that message was a channeled reading by itself. So if you do not want to continue on, that is the message you needed to hear, okay? But if you're curious to know what is going to come through in the cards, stay with me until the end of this session, okay? So right, so your ancestors are the spirit guides wanting to come through, particularly a very powerful shaman, a dark angel, who's here in your life to teach you how to become an alchemist, to teach you to remember how to become the dark angel who's meant to help other people alchemize their darkness into light. You're here to learn how to shine in the dark like the moon, okay? So you are on the right path. The universe is not punishing you. You're just being trained. You're learning through fire. You're being taught how to become a dark angel by walking through the fire, okay? You're learning from experience, practical rather than theoretically. So the next question is, what is the foundation light code of this reading? What is the theme of this reading? What does this shaman want you to know right now as a theme, the general theme? Correct your mistakes. Okay, interesting. So remember at the beginning of this session, I said this reading will find you at a point in time where you're feeling like giving up on something deeply important to you, or some of you have already given up on that thing. This is a clear, direct message that you should change course. Reevaluate your decision to quit or to want to quit. Think things through. That decision you're about to make about stepping away from whatever it is that you are deeply holding on to, that you cared about and you wanted to accomplish, you're being told this is not the time for you to make that decision to give up on that thing, okay? The energy of this reading is you need to think things through before you make that decision. Correct your mistakes, okay? There are some things you're missing to see about this situation, and I feel like that thing has already been revealed. Whatever hardships you're going through right now, guys, is a training ground. The obstacles you're facing right now are meant to be surmounted. You're meant to push past these obstacles. You're not meant to escape these obstacles. These are not obstacles that require you to pivot and do something else. These obstacles are not impasses. They are here for you to break through them, okay? You need to break through these obstacles. Do not give up, okay? That is what you're being told. That is the theme of this reading. This is not a time for you to give up. This is a time for you to push forward. That decision you're about to make about giving up on that important thing in your life is not the right decision, at least not for now, okay? So correct your mistake. Think things through before you make that decision to give up. Or if you have already given up on it, you're being told, hey, take it back, take it back, take it back. Do not give up. It is not yet time for you to let go of that thing or that goal. Okay? That is the theme of this reading. So now let's just see what other important wisdom code information they want to reveal to you. What is this crucial information this shaman wants to reveal so that you can make even an even more informed decision? Okay? Other than them telling you that you should not give up on this thing that you want to give up on, or that you have already given up on, what crucial information do they want to give you to help you make a better decision? Okay? I'm losing my words. So I feel like some of you are also being told to work on your throat chakra, because part of the reason you're also feeling hopeless or discouraged about this thing that you want to give up on is because you're not speaking words of love to yourself. You're being too self-critical. Okay? And that is usually, whenever we are too self-critical, it is a malfunction of our throat chakra. Okay? So work on optimizing your throat chakra so that you can begin speaking words of love, positive words to yourself. Because remember, the universe always mirrors our energy. Words are very powerful energetic frequencies. That's why when you write something down, it's called spelling. When you speak out loudly something, you are casting a spell out into the quantum field. So you're being told, speak words of love to yourself, because those words are actually creating the reality you're experiencing right now. Part of the frustration you have right now is because of how you're talking to yourself. You're being too self-critical. That is why I had to work on my throat as I was speaking to you guys. Okay, so optimize your throat chakra. So what is this crucial information that they want you to know so that you can make an informed decision? Abundance. I mean, guys, wow, look at this. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. Can there be any more direct message as to why you should not give up on that goal? Whatever challenges you're facing right now in regards to accomplishing that goal that you want to accomplish, whether it is spiritual, financial, emotional, mental, or physical, has to do with you learning how to convert darkness into light. The only way you can learn how to convert darkness into light is if the universe brings challenges into your experience for you to learn how to convert that darkness into light. Okay? So you're being told the outcome you want is already in your auric field. It is already hovering around your etheric body. But for as long as you still don't know how to alchemize darkness into light, this blessing cannot come into your life, because this blessing is a blessing of light. Remember, the rainbow is made up of light frequencies, isn't it? This is the rainbow. The blessing coming into your life is like a rainbow, holds the frequency of the rainbow, which is a light frequency. The only way this blessing, which holds light frequencies, can come into your auric field is if you finally master how to turn darkness into light. Okay? And that is why you have to go through this frustrating period. You're not being punished, you're being refined, because it is in this refinement that the blessing you've been asking the universe to give you will appear in your life. Okay? And that is why your shaman, the guide who came through in this reading, wants to help you protect your aura. Because as you're learning how to alchemize darkness into light, you are mingling with the archons, right? You're mingling with energetic vampires. So if you're not, it will become counterproductive for you to learn how to alchemize darkness into light if these energetic vampires are overwhelming you too much, isn't it? So this shaman, as you learn this lesson of converting darkness into light, this shaman is also helping your etheric body, protecting your aura from these energetic vampires, so that you can learn your lesson effectively without being too drained. And that is why you're being told right now it is crucial that you protect your aura. After this session, find binaural beats on the internet that allow you to just shield your aura. And right now as I'm speaking, I can feel the golden dragons want to come through to help you protect your aura. A statement that I normally say to ask my own golden dragon to protect me and protect my aura is, I normally just say something along the lines of, Eshra Kathar Draconar, shield me with your fire breath. protect my aura. Eshra Kathar Draconar, shield me with your fire breath, protect my aura. Say that 3 times. If you want to work with my own golden dragon, I call them Eliathor. So you can say Eliathor, Eshra Kathar Draconar, protect my aura, shield me with your fire breath. That is enough for them to protect your aura. But remember, it is a 2-person game. You also have to put in the effort you need to put in to protect your aura, meaning avoid hanging around people who drain your energy. Avoid eating foods that are too processed, because processed foods dim your light frequencies. Shower a little bit more, like twice a day, because showering also cleanses our auric field from any attachments we've acquired throughout the day. Practice spiritual hygiene, essentially, okay? As the golden dragons, as this shaman protect your aura, you also need to practice spiritual hygiene. Protect your aura. Speak kind words to yourself. Don't hang around people who drain your energy. Don't watch things on TV that lower your vibration or frequency, because this is how the archons come into your auric field. The archons are very clever beings. They do not attack you directly. They will use people who are close to you to siphon your energy. So they will bring a family member who's constantly complaining and wanting your help even when they know you can't give them help. They will use your family members and friends to drain you of your energy. And so right now you're being told to evaluate who in your family or your friendship circle is draining your energy. This is a time for you to focus on nurturing yourself. You can help these people later on when your energy is back to its optimum level. Right now, you are not at the level at which you can heal other people or help other people. This is a time for you to work on yourself, correct your mistakes, nurture yourself, heal yourself, particularly reinforce your auric field, okay? That is what you're being told to do at this point in time. So protect your aura, okay guys? This is the crucial information. What you want is already available to you. It's already hovering around your auric field. It's just waiting for you to master this art of being an alchemist, a dark angel, learning how to turn darkness into light, learning how to shine in the dark like the moon. The only way for you to learn this lesson is if the universe gives you challenges. And remember what you've been told. These challenges are meant to be surmounted. You're meant to push past these challenges. Don't let them break you down. This is not a time for you to pivot and avoid the challenges in your life. You're being told to carry this cross with grace and poise, because you absolutely have all the resources you need to accomplish this goal. The universe cannot give you a task, a lesson that you do not have the capability to accomplish. Your soul designed this lesson you're going through right now, meaning if it designed it, it also gave you the tools to accomplish it and surmount any obstacles on your path as you learn this lesson. Okay guys, so abundance is yours. You need to hold on. If you give up right now, this abundance is not going to enter your auric field. Plain and simple. A gift is waiting for you. A miracle is ready to enter your life that will bring you the emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, and even financial stability that you seek. But if you give up right now, it is not going to enter your auric field. Okay? So I feel like your guides are saying courage is the price of the success you want. Courage is the price of the success you want. Okay? Be in the present moment. Face your problems head on and you will emerge victorious. Abundance is yours. The rainbow is here, okay, to give you hope. Soon after this reading, you're going to start seeing rainbows, and that will just be a confirmation sign that this reading is for you and that the abundance you seek is within your auric field. It is coming. It is arriving. It has arrived. You just need to learn this lesson of shining in the dark like the moon and not running away from your problems, and it will appear in your life, okay? Right. And also protect your aura. I feel like the other lesson you're also learning right now is how to protect your aura, okay? Protecting your aura and learning how to convert darkness into light, learning to shine in the dark like the moon. You cannot fight the darkness. You can only learn how to anchor more light in the darkness. Right now they're telling me to talk about the candle. When you put a candle in a dark room, that candle is not fighting the darkness. It is actually just shining brighter, so much so that there's light in the darkness, right? You are that candle. You are the candle in the darkness. You're learning how to continue burning even in the dark, okay? So soon after this reading, you're going to start seeing rainbows and candles as a sign that you are on the right path, okay? You are a dark angel. That is the message coming through here. If you didn't know what your soul's mission is in this lifetime, most of you are being told you are alchemists, particularly dark angels. You're meant to anchor in light in the 3D world, more light, by learning how to convert darkness into light, because you cannot fight dark. So if you cannot fight the darkness, then the only way for you to bring in more light is to learn how to turn darkness into light, right? Yeah, so that is your soul's mission in this lifetime. Now you know. So now let's see, why is it important for you to take into account this information? Why do they want to stress that there's abundance coming into your life soon after you integrate this lesson of learning to shine in the dark like the moon? Why is it important for you to know this information? I've already talked a little bit about it, but let's see what else they want to add. I pick imagination. Okay. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. Exactly what I just said. Your wildest dreams, that dream life that you've been wanting to manifest, is within your reach. That is why you're being given this information. You're being told a new reality where you're living your dream life is within your reach, is available to you once you learn this lesson. If you give up, you will not learn this lesson, and you will not be able to envision or bring into reality this dream life that you've always wanted. Believe in unlimited possibilities. Your wildest dream, guys, is at your door. It's knocking. You just can't hear it because you're still you're still distracted with the frustrations and the sadness you're feeling right now because you haven't yet manifested what you want. And this is what the Archons want. The Archons have created a veil of illusion around this blessing in your life. They have created a veil of illusion, so you cannot see this blessing, but this blessing is there. But the moment you learn how to convert darkness into light, you'll be able to dissolve this dark veil of illusion that the Archons, the dark forces of the matrix, have created around your eyes. And once you dissolve this veil of illusion, you'll be able to see this abundance. Okay? This is why you need to know this information. Your dream life is within your reach. You are absolutely capable of manifesting the life you have envisioned for yourself. Literally, you're being told your wildest dreams are capable of coming true once you integrate this lesson. Okay? So do not give up. This is why they do not want you to give up, because you are so close to achieving your goal. Conclusions are within reach. You are so close. There's only one step left, and that one step is you learning how to protect your aura. Because your light is shining so brightly right now that the dark forces, the Archons, the energetic vampires are all hovering around you, creating a veil of illusion, preventing you from seeing the abundance you've manifested into your life because of doing all the healing work up to now. Okay? This is why you needed to know this information. They're just stressing that your dream life is within your reach. Conclusions are within reach. You are so close to achieving the life you have always wanted to manifest. So close. Do not give up just before the miracle happens in your life. Okay, guys? Do not give up. So now let's see. Now that you know this information, what should your next steps be? I've already mentioned a little bit about them, which is do not give up, keep holding on to your vision of that dream and push past, break through these obstacles. Do not pivot, do not change direction, keep moving forward and break through past any challenges or obstacles put on your path. Do not give up on your goal. But let's see what other step they want you to know about, to reveal. And the other message coming through is some of you guys are also shamans, okay? So read more about shamanism, because I feel like you are shamans who are meant to work at the etheric level. And that is why we saw this. Maybe I should put them back, right? Color therapy. And I feel like for some of you, what you're being told is one of your psychic gifts is you being able to read people's auras. You're able to see people's auras, and that is how you're going to be healing people. Because when you start seeing darkness in people's auras, it is going to be possible for you to know how to convert that darkness into light. Okay, some of you are very adept at reading people's auras. Okay, let's put this back here. Okay, I feel like they want me to bring back these cards and the physical body. So you are shamans. Okay, shamans who operate at the 4th dimensional level, because you are dark angels. Your purpose is to convert darkness into light. So you have to work at the 4th dimensional level, which is where the darkness is. There's no darkness in the 5th dimensional realms. Okay, in the upper realms, it's mainly in the 4th dimensional realm and the 3D realm and the 2D realm. So your shamans who work at the 4th dimensional realm, 4D, and some of you are also very good at reading people's auras. I feel like how you're going to execute your role as a shaman is by first reading people's auras through color therapy, right? Reading people's auras and seeing whether there are any there's any porosity in the auric field of the people you're reading for, and also any darkness, something that is tainting the inherent auric color. Okay, so that's just additional information. And so let's see, what was the question? Oh yeah, now that you know this information, what's the next step? Let me know in the comment section, has any of you ever been able to see people's auras? Or are you interested in learning how to see people's auras? If you're interested, I have a session where I teach people how to see auras. Okay, so the link is in the description of this video. First, I'll tell you what your aura is, and then we can proceed to learning how to read people's auras. Okay, right. So yeah, I'm curious to know, can you see people's auras, or is this something that you knew you're capable of doing? Did you know you can actually read people's auras? Once you learn how to alchemize darkness into light, you will see that this psychic gift in you will become very natural. You'll be able to just see people's auras without even trying to. Okay, let me know in the comment section how this resonates. Okay, so what's your next steps? Spirit, what are the next steps? Friendship. Okay. Seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend more time socializing. Exactly what I just said at the beginning. First, this is just them reiterating what I said. Surround yourself with positive people. Some of you, the reason you're feeling low and sad and frustrated is because there are people around you, particularly your friends, who are draining you of your life force. They are not good for you at this point in time. They are bringing in more darkness into your auric field. And right now, as you're learning how to alchemize darkness into light, you do not need more darkness. You're already engulfed with darkness so that you can integrate this lesson. Now, if you hang around friends who are in and of itself the darkness, they're adding more darkness into your auric field, which is going to overwhelm you. Okay, so you're being told at this point in time, as you're integrating this lesson of becoming a dark angel, an alchemist, you're being urged to surround yourself with people who vibrate at a positive frequency, like people who bring in happiness into your life, not people who complain or they're constantly bringing you problems for you to solve for them. This is not a time for you to be a healer. Okay, this is a time for you to have fun. Spend more time socializing. Okay, you're being told to just have fun. Spend time with people who make you feel like you're having fun. Don't spend time with people who make you feel like you have to solve their problems, have to be their therapist, have to heal them, have to hear their nagging stories, have to hear them complain. Okay, spend time with people who just make you feel light, happy, and like you're having fun. This is not a time for you to be a healer. This is a time for you to have fun, because the fun will also teach you how to bring in more light into darkness. Okay, and seek out your soul family. I feel like you're also being told this is a time for you to seek out a mentor who's going to teach you how to harness this energy of being a shaman. Seek out a mentor who's going to teach you how to start reading auras, because that is part of your soul's mission. You are an empath, and the way you're going to help other people feel better, because empaths, your role is to make people feel better, and the way you do this is by absorbing their darkness and pushing out light to them. That is the role of a clear empath. But right now you're still struggling to integrate this lesson. As much as this reading is telling you, you are learning it at an etheric level with that shaman who's working with you at the 4th dimensional level. You also need human beings. Okay, human beings who can teach you how to convert this light, this darkness into light. Okay, I can be that shaman, I can be that guide for you. If you're interested, just check the links in the description of this video. But if it's not me, find someone who you trust. Okay, they can guide you through this process and finally allow you to manifest, bring in, receive this abundant life that you want. Okay, so seek out your soul family, seek out a guide who can teach you how to become a dark angel, who can teach you how to become an alchemist, that shaman who's capable of walking through the 4th dimension and convert darkness into light. Find a mentor who can teach you how to read auras. Okay, and then surround yourself with positive people. This is not a time for you to heal your family and friends. This is a time for you to focus on yourself. Remember, correct your mistakes. They're not saying correct other people's mistakes. They're telling you to correct your mistakes. Okay, are you seeing the R's are reflecting each other? This is a time for you to reflect, self-reflection. Okay, this is not a time for you to go out there and heal other people. You first need to heal yourself before you can heal other people. An empty well cannot feed the village. Replenish your well before you go out there and give people water. Okay, and then spend more time socializing. Whoever you choose to spend your time with, or whatever you choose to spend your time around, make sure it is giving you happiness. It is bringing happiness into your life, because you need this happiness for you to be able to survive this difficult soul lesson you're going through right now. Okay, this lesson you're going through is not easy, guys. You guys are very powerful shamans. And so the lesson you're going through is also going to be more difficult than any other persons around you. You're experiencing way more darkness than other shamans around you, because you're a very powerful shaman. So your lesson is going to be at the most difficult level. It's not at the beginner level. So the darkness you're being faced with is more intense, more powerful. Okay, and so in order to ensure that you're not being too overwhelmed by these powerful darkness frequencies, bring in some happiness into your life. Okay, find, even if it's 15 minutes, to just watch something that makes you laugh your stomach till your stomach aches, you know. Laugh. That is going to allow you to be more optimistic about your ability to integrate this lesson. Okay, but the message coming through here, guys, for you is you cannot escape this darkness. Okay, so stop trying to find ways to escape the darkness that is going on in your life right now. You're not meant to escape it, you're meant to break through it. Okay, so tough love, but you're being told you are more than capable of passing this test. You are a powerful shaman. Your soul cannot give you a lesson that it does not know, that it does not feel you can accomplish. Okay, you are the one who chose this lesson for yourself before you incarnated into this plane. You knew what you were going to go through at this phase of your life, and you still decided to come anyway, because you knew you have the gifts within you to complete this soul lesson and finally begin living the abundant dream life you've always wanted. So you cannot escape this. So accept what is happening in your life right now, but know that it will pass. And the sooner it passes is dependent on you learning how to protect your aura and finally learning how to alchemize darkness into light. Okay? By first releasing the people in your life who are toxic, who are draining you of your life force. Okay? Surrounding yourself with positive people, finding mentors who can finally teach you how to harness this energy in the physical plane, the 3D plane. As your shamans, as your spirit guides work to help you learn this lesson at the spiritual level, you also need to find your soul family who's going to teach you how to anchor this psychic gift in the physical realm. Okay? So a lot has been put on your plate, but you're capable of accomplishing this goal. So what I want to do is, let's finish this reading with what frequency should you lean into in order for you to integrate this lesson, this soul lesson of you becoming an alchemist, becoming a dark angel. What frequencies are available to you right now that will allow you to integrate these lessons more effectively, other than what has come through here? What frequencies? So guys, remember, work on your throat chakra, okay? Speak words of love to yourself, because part of the reason things seem to be getting harder rather than easier is also because of how you're talking to yourself, okay? Right, so Spirit, let's see. Ooh, 000, guidance. And it says, you have full support of the divine. The guidance you are seeking is here, and your life is moving in the right direction. This is the start of a new beginning. Where one cycle ends, a new begins. And then the affirmation is, I trust in the magic of new beginnings. I feel the support and guidance that is all around me. So 000 is going to be a frequency that you need to work with, and this frequency is going to connect you to this shaman, okay? This ancestral shaman. What you can do with these numbers is you can either write it down on a piece of paper at least 3 times a day for the next 3 days for you to be able to fully integrate to this frequency, okay? 000. Whenever you write down this number 000, you're tuning into the frequency of guidance from your spirit guides, particularly this shaman, this ancestral spirit guide, whose main purpose right now is to help you protect your aura in the etheric realm as you learn how to integrate this lesson of converting darkness into light, okay? And I feel like also the golden dragons, are you seeing the gold over here? I feel like this is the energy of the golden dragon. So 000 is going to connect you to the shaman and the golden dragons, okay? Because they're the ones who are going to help you protect your aura. You need your aura protected in order for you to finally integrate this lesson, okay? What other frequency is going to help you complete this soul lesson much faster and with less exhaustion, okay? You don't end up feeling so depleted at the end of this lesson. 1616, exactly, willpower. This is the courage that I was talking about. Remember I said I could hear the statement, courage is the price of the success you seek. In order for you to accomplish this goal, in order for you to manifest the abundant life you've always wanted, you need to trudge forward. Break through these obstacles. This is not a time for you to give up on that goal or that thing that you've just walked away from or you're thinking about walking away from. You need to push past these obstacles, okay? Do not pivot. These are not impasses. These are tests that you need to pass. On the other side of these tests is this abundance, okay? So this card here reads, things may feel out of sync and not within your control. The whisper of the divine is asking you that you remember that you are being supported and that your will is your superpower. Determination is key right now. And then the affirmation is, I call on my strength and willpower to take the lead. I accept and listen to the support of the divine within me. So they're just reiterating this. Listen to the guidance that has come through in this reading because it is guiding you to this abundance. So the other frequency you need to work with right now is 1616, okay? It is going to allow you to have the courage to continue pushing forward with this really tough lesson. It is going to give you the optimism to feel like at the end of this difficult phase is the abundance that I seek. So you know what? I'm going to keep pushing forward. Even when my energy is running low, I'm going to push past this obstacle, okay? Do not give up, empath. Do not give up. And this 1616 frequency is going to directly connect you to the golden dragon's energy. Golden dragons are very powerful. So they're going to give you the strength you need to keep pushing forward even when the going gets tough, okay? Willpower. And then finally, what other frequency do you need to interact with? So what you can do is, in the morning, you can interact with this 000 guidance. Call in the angels, the spirit guides, the golden dragons, the shaman who wants to work with you throughout the day, okay? In the morning when you wake up, write down this number or say it out loud or think about it in your mind. Then afternoon, work with 1616 because maybe in the afternoon, your energy will start to dwindle. Dwindle? Oh my God, I've never used that word in a session. Anyway, your energy will start to diminish and so you'll need some boost, right? So 1616 is going to give you that energy boost to keep going until the end of the day. When you start feeling like, oh my God, this is getting tougher, I want to give up, 1616 at lunchtime is going to give you the energy to keep moving forward, okay? And then let's see what energy you can work with at night just before you sleep, so that whatever you've integrated during the day can now settle into your subconscious mind and finally give you the tools and the resources you need to complete this lesson when you wake up the next day again. Okay? When you sleep is your time for healing. Okay? So everything you've integrated during the day becomes integrated as you sleep. So let's see what frequency this is you need to integrate with at night. Exactly. And I'll just pull it up, flipped up, 1010. Growth. Exactly. This is exactly what I've just said, that at night is when now you're integrating the lessons you've learned during the day, right? In your sleep. You're now understanding them, and they're being stored in your psyche, so that the next time you face this same challenge, you will know how to convert that darkness into light. Okay? So 1010 at night. And this card here reads, spiritual awareness is opening you to all that you are ready to see. Your destiny is being fulfilled. Keep your intentions pure with your eyes looking ahead, and you will continue to increase the growth that is here. The more I invest awareness in my growth, the closer I continuously become to the outcomes I am seeking. Oh, okay. Okay, the more I invest awareness in my growth, the closer I continuously become to the outcomes I am seeking. Exactly. So this is your protocol, your 3-step protocol. Morning, interact with 000. This is going to call in the guides who want to work with you to help you integrate this soul lesson of learning to become a dark angel, learning how to alchemize darkness into light, learning how to protect your aura. At lunchtime, your energy will start to diminish. You need an energy boost. This 1616 willpower is going to give you that energy boost you need to continue moving forward and push forward any obstacles that are put on your path by the universe that are meant to teach you this lesson. At night, once the day is over, connect to the number 1010. This is growth. It is going to allow you to see that everything that you've gone through during the day was all geared at helping you grow into a better version of yourself. Okay? And it's going to allow you to trust in the process, to trust in the hardships that are going on in your life right now, because you know at the end of this test, at the end of this initiation, the abundant life that you want is coming. Okay, guys? So with that said, as we close out this truly empowering session, I want to quickly talk about this book, okay? It is called When Life Shatters, Jikaze. And Jikaze is Swahili word for perseverance. And what this means is, when life shatters, don't give up. Keep moving forward, trusting that everything that happens in your life is a lesson guiding you to greater states of awareness. And this book was written by Amolo, my sister. And she wrote this book after losing her left eye due to a drunk driver crashing onto their Uber. And the book is about how she not only physically recovered, but how she pulled through. How she pulled herself back up emotionally and mentally after learning that she would have to live the rest of her life from the lens of one eye. And guys, when I tell you this book is empowering, that's an understatement. Amolo's ability to bounce back from what many would call a life-ending tragedy is unmatched in my entire life experience. She gives such great advice about how to emerge from loss bigger and better. For example, I wanted to read this particular excerpt from one of her chapters. It's a reflection, and to just demonstrate her willpower, okay? The 1616, right? So she says, the accident didn't throw me off course. It made the course more visible. Sometimes life seems to derail your well laid out strategy. But if you pause and look closely, you might realize you are not off track. You are being accelerated. Don't mistake turbulence for misalignment. Sometimes it's just a bigger wave, and you are more ready than you thought. This is her channeling the willpower energy, knowing that whatever's happening in her life was part of her growth. She was meant to go through that obstacle because there's something bigger and better behind this breakdown that is inherently a breakthrough in disguise. Okay? So sometimes the universe will give us these problems, but these problems are meant to refine us. You're like a diamond in the rough, and whatever challenges are going through in your life right now are refining your character, making you more powerful. For you guys, you're learning how to shine in the dark like the moon. The only way you can shine in the dark like the moon is if you pass through the fire, pass through the darkness. Okay? And whatever's going on in your life right now is the darkness that you need in order for you to attract the abundance that you want in your life. So, like Amolo said, you are not off track. You're just being accelerated. Okay? Don't mistake turbulence, this darkness, for misalignment. Don't mistake this darkness to be a sign from the universe that you are on the wrong path and so you need to change your mind and do something else. No, you're just being told you're riding a bigger wave. You are such a powerful shaman that the lessons the universe is giving you have to be tougher for you to feel like you're learning something. If the universe gave you beginner level lessons, you would not be able to learn this lesson of being an alchemist effectively. Okay, you are at an expert level, so the universe is giving you expert level challenges, and you absolutely have everything that you need to accomplish this, like she says, and you are more ready than you thought. Okay, and then there's also a meditation at the end, yeah, just to ground you. And I feel like my spirit guides want me to read this to help you also anchor in whatever energies have come through in this session. Okay, so I want you to take a deep breath in. Inhale. And now exhale. So we're going to ground this wave that is running through your life right now, that is causing turbulence in your life, that is causing you to feel like you're on the wrong path and making you feel like you need to give up on this goal. Okay, so she writes, sit or lie still. Close your eyes and imagine a wave. Steady, rhythmic. Breathe in slowly as the wave rises. Hold your breath gently at the top of the wave. Exhale fully as the wave flows back to the sea. Repeat this cycle 3 times. And then say this statement out loud. This wave is mine to ride. I begin not from nothing, but from all that has brought me here. Perfect. And that's the energy that will allow you to ground this difficult phase and allow you to understand that whatever's going through with your life right now is a blessing in disguise. Before this blessing enters your life, you must learn how to convert darkness into light, because you are a shaman who is meant to teach other people how to do the same. Okay, guys? So Amolo is showing us that she's truly the embodiment of the Phoenix energy. But don't take my word for it. Please get this book and read it yourself. You won't regret the investment. I'll put a link in the comments for those of you who are interested in learning from a true sage. For me, I personally feel like Amolo has integrated and mastered the art of shining in the dark like the moon. In this session, I feel like Amolo is coming through as one of your shamans to show you that you also are capable of shining in the dark like the moon. Finally, thank you so much for being here with me today. I truly appreciate you trusting me to guide you towards the best version of yourself. Thank you all for the likes, the subscribes, the shares, and purchasing my personal readings. These energy exchanges really help this channel grow and allow more people to receive the guidance they need to transform their lives for the better. And I hope we can continue building this inspiring community of like-minded souls. Until next time, stay grounded and stay open to the intuitive guidance you receive from Spirit.